Me.
Fa.
So.
La.
T-do.
I hope that was the right one.
Beep up.
My
Yeah.
square will not be
Beep
synced up
up.
in this episode because apparently I am technology inept.
Squeak.
Beep boop.
Skibidi whoop.
Skibidi beep bop boo boop.
Bobbity boop boop. Welcome to the Route 1 podcast.
We're opening with the scat segment.
How's everyone doing this week?
Hold on, we gotta open with the scat segment.
What?
Oh, not that
She
kind of.
just
no.
fought?
No.
I
no.
made a fart noise with my mouth.
Oh, gross.
Listen, after learning that there are two meanings for scat, I have lost all faith in humanity, and now I can't hear music without thinking.
Yeah.
Wait, how
me
did
too.
you
I
not
get
know
sad.
about that before?
Well, I was 12, so
I think it's more normal to know the music form than know the sexual kink of scat.
yeah.
Can we not
It's just-
Can we not talk about that?
Yeah, I think we will
Sorry,
remove that from the topics channel. So
It was never in the
sorry,
topic show.
You know, I'm just a little scatterbrained.
you are No, for real though, how's everyone doing?
I want to open with a deranged thing that it's not really deranged. It's just a silly thing that I ended up doing.
Yeah, what up?
I'm walking to school, and along the street where I walk, it's very dirty. It is not cleaned. There's trash often on the ground. It's like cardboard boxes and shit. But when I was walking one day, I saw someone had bought and just left on the side of the road this container that was supposed to be for like screws and bolts and stuff.
Mhm.
For working on projects.
Yeah.
And it was completely clean. The label was still on it. It was just a little, it had like some grass bits on it. So I picked it up and I took it home and I cleaned it. Every little compartment in the container is perfect DS cartridge size.
I thought you
Wow.
were going to say filled with drugs. I was
no!
whoa.
No!
Okay, that took a complete 180 turn into something
I-
wholesome. That's nice.
I have
That's
a
awesome.
DS cartridge thingy now.
I once
Just
found weed
picked
on the
up from
ground.
road.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Base, actually. I'm thinking about it. That'd be awesome.
Like, actually.
What would
What'd
be
you say?
based?
You find weed on the ground, and it's
No, I
weed.
did.
I don't think you
I
should
did.
smoke
My
that
sophomore year, I was
What?
walking through the quad of my school where most teenagers, not teenagers, but young adults who are in college walk.
Yes.
And lo and behold, I found like not like a baggie of weed, but like the sort of stuff that would be sold at a dispensary, like that sort of container of weed.
Oh.
So I felt pretty safe in smoking the floor weed.
You smoked the floor weed?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You're a crazy ass for that one.
What a
the
sentence.
fuck?
What a sentence. This
I would-
motherfucker smoked the floor weed.
I
Well,
would
the thing
cons-
is,
I mean, I would consume the floor gummy if I came across it.
No.
the floor gummy.
No. This is how you get put in the hospital. What the
Well,
fuck?
well, listen.
So many
listen.
diseases.
It didn't kill me.
Yeah.
It,
Obviously.
it wasn't even that good.
Oh.
Damn.
Damn.
Well,
It
that's
was
a shame,
just-
isn't it?
It was just mediocre. So, you know, as exciting as the floor weed was, as enticing as it was, thinking, what could this be? What magical potion shall I be ingesting
You don't even
today?
know the strength of it.
Like the strange soup from Minecraft that you fish up sometimes.
Just the
Um,
mushroom soup.
Yeah. That wasn't actually my intention. Like it seemed it was
Yeah,
fully
and,
sealed.
And then
It
you
was
had to
fully
move
sealed.
colleges. And then
No,
you
no,
had to
no.
move colleges because the floor weed they were growing there was too mid for your taste. I get you. I
Yeah.
get you.
No, but it was literally from a dispensary and it was like completely sealed. So I was like, yeah, no, this is fine.
I understand that. I can understand that, but personally, like, food is like, I'll pick up a plastic container from the ground and clean it off. That felt safe to me. There was nothing on it, you know. I don't think I would smoke/eat something off of the ground. I don't smoke, so the only thing I can compare it to is just eating something off the ground. That's what
It's
it feels
about.
like.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
pretty
It
similar.
wasn't a
but
container.
I will say,
It wasn't a container.
Hey,
So,
will
you
say-
wouldn't
I
you
can't-
wouldn't
I
eat
can't.
something that fell on the ground? You know where food comes from, right? You ever eat a carrot?
Thanks, man.
It's so true.
So I feel like a hypocrite here because I'm not a dirty guy most of the time, but when it comes to like eating shit, it depends on where it's immediately in the vicinity of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This
But
was
say that,
immediately in the vicinity of my pocket.
yeah, but like on the floor, dog. To me, okay.
It-
I'm within arm's reach of a moldy ass sandwich from me right now.
Why
is
is
why I
there
feel
a
like
moldy
I-
ass sandwich in your room?
Get it out of
not
there,
cleaned up.
bro.
I have not cleaned up in a while, so let me explain before
Let it
everyone's like,
mold,
okay, he's
brother.
dirty ass.
How?
You let it mold?
How are you
Listen.
able to like live in that space at all?
It's just on the top of the trash can. It's not that crazy. Okay.
Oh, it's in the trash can. Okay,
okay.
I was
But,
gonna
yeah,
say,
but
like,
the
if this
story
is
of
on a
how it
plate
got
on your
there, I will
table.
say,
Okay.
is a little bit.
Okay, well,
This
now
is
I'm
where I get
It has a
concerned.
s-
hypocritical.
It has a
because-
story.
Yeah, this is where I get hypocritical.
Most
because
moldy bread doesn't
when-
have a story.
No, it's not the bread that's moldy. It's the cheese inside that's moldy. But I didn't
Okay,
notice
but-
that while I was eating it because I was very
Oh,
You were
intoxicated.
you were eating the moldy cheese.
Yeah.
Somehow
But I
this is
didn't
worse
notice.
than somehow this is worse than what we initially thought.
This is
after you
worse than
calmed
the
us
yeah.
down.
This is why I'm a
No,
hypocrite. This is
no,
worse
no.
than the floor weed because I'm literally eating mold.
It's
But
a
here's the deal: I didn't
sterile
notice.
bread.
So...
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've had that happen to me where I made a sandwich and then I make a sandwich the day after and I look and the cheese is moldy. And like I don't know
Mhm.
if I put a moldy cheese in my bread. I'm not sure if it just now molded or whatnot. You know, it happens.
You know,
It sucks,
mold on
it's
cheese
gross.
is actually fine to eat from what I've read.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. But
mold-
like
mold
2 whole
doesn't kill
sandwiches.
you.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure the legal limit of mold in your system is like 8 sandwiches.
Okay, but here's what I'm getting.
after that,
Here's
after
what-
that, you're not
here's what
allowed
I'm
to
getting at.
drive.
Here's what I'm getting at. I would eat cheese mold out of the fridge, but I would not eat cheese mold off the floor. You know what I mean? Like it's contextual as to where you find it.
Okay, yeah. This
But
feels
now
like
the rest of your food's all moldy.
yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like the
Now
the
your entire
fucking
fridge.
Okay, so you would not swim in a pool with a dead body in it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
But you have or would swim in the ocean, correct?
There's a lot of dead bodies
Yeah.
in the ocean.
There's a lot of dead bodies in the ocean. So there is a dead body to water ratio that is acceptable
Yeah,
to swim.
yeah, and that's thank you. Ash gets me. Ash
Okay,
gets me.
all right. Riddle me this. This is my Joker rant, okay?
Okay.
All right, you know how
okay,
everyone has their one thing that they Joker rant about?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, when you
Diamondbacks?
imagine you're at like a public pool, right?
Okay.
And you know how
Imagining.
you know for a fact someone's pissing their pants in the pool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like it's
there?
just a thing that you just don't talk about. You just accept, okay, this is happening, and I'm just gonna hope that I don't have to like be the guy right next to him. It's all a gamble, right? But you know
Just
for a
don't
fact,
swim near the
like-
children.
Yeah, but you know for a fact, there's like a good amount of people in there pissing their pants.
I don't
like-
want to think about that.
All right,
though.
but
So,
but
okay,
hear me
here,
out.
listen,
Everyone
let's-
is okay with someone pissing in the pool. But when you piss into the pool is when people start to have an issue. And
the
I
fuck?
get kicked out
Okay.
of Six Flags because they
Okay.
can't handle their own hypocrisy.
Okay, Joker.
Why is it when a fire
You know what
character
happens
kills
when a man
dragon?
loses a place to piss? He goes insane.
Thought this was a
Things
free
are getting
country.
crazier out there.
When the Fire Emblem character stabs a lizard, they are a hero and become king. But when I stab a lizard, I'm crazy and banned from Petco. This is what that feels like. Why
Okay, but
would you
real talk,
piss
real talk.
It's
Real
the
talk.
visibility. It's the visibility.
Let's do some statistics. Who in this
Oh,
voice
boy.
call has pissed in a pool?
Not me.
I have.
I can proudly and confidently say I've never pissed in a pool unless
did
I
it
did
last
when I was like
Monday.
an infant.
Yeah, I think I did it yesterday.
Holy
And it's like cold here. I just felt like it. Went to my public pool.
No,
What?
but like actually. 'Cause
I
wanna
think-
You're
know.
insane.
Okay, I think it's less that you just accept it. It's more that you live in ignorance of just there isn't piss in this pool.
No.
You do not
Listen.
recognize the piss in this pool.
No,
I
that isn't-
completely
that isn't it at all.
I completely
I do
forget
not live
about
in,
the fact of it.
I do not live in ignorance. I rise above it and piss into the pool.
Stop
See-
pissing in the pool,
see-
Marcos.
see
I'm
what
never
I-
going swimming with you.
See, what I do is like I just completely forget that piss exists within the pool. So it's like
This is a concept.
So,
the
like,
piss is
here's my
is
stance.
a social construct.
I will like unapologetically piss in the pool if there's like one other person at the opposite end of the pool from me.
Why?
Oh,
would
like
you
if I
that?
do, I'll generally like try to stay away from.
I
Like,
don't
people.
like. Now listen, not to incriminate myself here, comment section. I don't like pissing in the pool. I don't like being in
Just
my own
get
piss.
out of the pool and go to the bathroom if you feel like you're gonna piss.
Yeah,
That
that's
is more
like-
uncomfortable.
that is also-
What if you're
I
at
would
the-
rather be in my piss.
What if you're at
I'm
Six
so
Flags
confused.
in the pissers all the way across the pizza complex?
Okay, you.
What if there was a Five
referencing
Nights-
pissing
This
in
is a
Six
What if
personal
there was a
experience,
Five
Marcos.
Nights at Freddy's right there?
I can't go to the bathroom at night though, because Five Nights at Freddy's will get me.
Ash pisses in her bed. Confirmed.
No.
Ash
You
is
know-
actually the protag of Five Nights at Freddy's 4. He's just
Yes.
trying to go to piss, dude, but there's animatronics in the hallways.
I had
How
my
did they
frontal
get
lobe
there?
removed.
Why are there animatronics in the hallway?
Okay, I've already incriminated myself enough on this podcast, so one more is not too bad. Have I told the
Okay,
story of
well,
when I
here
pissed
we
myself
go.
on a bus?
Okay, well, all right.
No.
You know that
Things
You know,
are getting
you
a little bit graphic here on the Rat One podcast.
you
No,
wouldn't
wait,
you
what
wouldn't
the fuck?
no Michael, you wouldn't tell these stories to a room with 100 people looking at you.
Yeah, I would.
But you okay? All right, then go ahead. Because I was about
Go
to
right
say,
ahead, bud.
because
You know
that's
me.
essentially what you're doing here.
Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
So here you go.
You
Here's
know,
my
I guess it's just
presentation.
this is literally just the piss and shit podcast at this point.
Potentially, maybe.
We started off with scat, now we're talking about piss. Like what the fuck
No,
happened?
listen. I'll loop it back around because I think I'm very comfortable with like either being in a crowd or just letting people know. I feel like if I demonstrate or not demonstrate, Jesus, if I like talk about my lowest points, I feel like it's what's the quote? If you don't deserve me at my palms are sweaty, you don't get me at my mom's spaghetti. Some shit like
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah, don't deserve me at my best. You don't
So, like,
deserve me at my best if you
I like
don't let me
presenting my
worst.
worst is where I'm getting at with this. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 100% comfortable with that. So I pissed on a bus one time. This
Okay.
was coming back home from like a long event like all day, and I was a stupid like 7th or 8th grader or some shit. And I was like, no, I can hold it till I get home. And meanwhile I have no concept of time, and I'm out there for like 9 to 10 hours. And I'm
Oh,
like, yeah,
Jesus.
okay, I'll just hold it till I get home. And then on the bus ride, I'm just like, okay, I'm still holding it. And then it dawns on me, and I'm just like, oh, there's a limit to how much I can say that.
Yes.
No. All you have to do is take a nap. Think about it.
No, dude, I was.
You can
I
you
was-
can drink as much
I was
water as you
ruined.
want and go to sleep, and when you wake up, you can sit on your phone for 20 minutes before you realize, oh, I've had to pee for an hour.
I've never felt
Okay,
this
that's real.
pain in my bladder ever in my
Oh,
life, other than that
no.
moment.
Do you
of
want
trying to hold it? No, I don't want to, but like,
Okay.
it's like incomparable to anything I've ever felt, and so
Yeah,
it
it
just
hurts.
had to come out, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like I caught it immediately. I was like, "No!" and, then it just, and I was just like,
Wait,
"Fuck!"
wait.
Well, now that it's happening, I can't stop it.
Wait,
Yeah.
you caught it?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like caught it, like you
Like in
can
a
like
cup?
stop it. No, like you can stop it for
Oh.
like a couple seconds.
Oh, like when you throw up in your mouth, but you just pissed a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when my mom laughs
Yeah.
too hard. Like,
Yeah. And then fuck, dude. Once, like, it was so embarrassing to try to regulate it. But the most embarrassing thing is like having to pretend like you didn't just pee yourself in front of like
Oh,
a
no.
billion people.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
just not
yo.
talk to anyone?
No, well, that's the thing. I had to act like natural. I was like, "Oh yeah, you guys like that anime? I've never heard of it. What talk to me about it, but like from over here."
you know, some
Don't come close.
Some kids had watches, some kids had Gucci bracelets, but dang it, Michael was dripped out even more than anyone else in that bus.
And I will say this is the only time this has ever happened. I'm not an actual freak. Don't worry about it. But
Why would you say that, Marcos?
Because it was funny.
I can say I've had a very similar experience to like
Can we stop with the piss?
to a less
No, this is we're talking, we're working it out.
to like a
Okay.
less like public degree, I guess.
Mhm.
So I was walking home from school, and little old year 7 Brady, 13-year-old Brady,
Little guy.
has been wanting to piss for about an hour now.
Okay.
I'm walking home, and I'm like, literally like 100 meters away from my home. Problem happens. I can't hold on any longer.
Uh-oh.
Yep, been there.
Stinky.
There's a tipping point.
And then
It's real.
it starts coming out, dude. What do
And
I
it
do?
don't stop coming, and it don't stop coming, and it don't stop coming.
Yep, that's how it be.
And then I just fucking and this is like, I've just started high school, and like I'm walking home,
No.
and like I live right near school as well. So I'm pissing my pants and I'm sprinting home.
Okay, I will say it's crazy to do that and then sprint. If anything, I think I would walk slower. But no, you're a demon. That's hype.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. There aren't any hunters nearby. They could track you.
I got to the point where like I was holding on so much that I was like in pain and I was like walking real fucking slow. And then it just happened, and it's like, okay, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I just like for a little bit, I stand there and it's happening. I'm like, yeah, I should probably run. And then like within 60 seconds, I'm at home, and I'm just like out the back doing the finishing of it. And I'm like, okay, I gotta fucking take off my shit and get changed and have a shower, and this is gross.
Yeah.
I think
it is a disgusting feeling.
I don't have any actual what's it called?
So nothing happened at that Six Flags. Okay.
No, that has always just been like a little joke I like to have, like my Joker moment.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can find it. I had like a running joke for a while of like something that happened at a Smash tournament, even though it never actually happened. Like I had a running joke. Continue with your talk as I try to find it.
Gaslighting somebody into thinking somebody like pissed themselves at a tournament would be crazy. That would be funny as shit.
Okay, going off of like Smash stories, and going back to the original picking stuff off of ground thing before able to jump off of that. I wasn't there, but my friend whom is a top player in my state
Awesome.
once was at a Smash tournament, like a major, and he was talking to one of the TRs. Jack is his name. Shout out Jack. If I doubt he listens, but
Shout out Jack. Love
Shout out to
Jack.
Jack.
It's my guy
Jack.
Jack. I don't know who Jack is.
Fudge. He was talking to my friend Aiden, and he was like, Aiden was like, man, I'm like so thirsty. There's nowhere around here that like has like water to buy or anything, or there isn't like a vending machine anywhere close or a thing, because it's in like a convention center,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, man, I'm just
What's with
I'm
convention centers and not having like water fountains?
goosing
For
for
real.
some drinks, brother. I'm goosing.
Goosen?
You're a
What
dork.
does that mean?
I imagine that's how he spoke.
Having an immense thirst.
And then
What?
the TR was like, hey, why don't you just get some ground juice?
What?
Round juice?
Ground juice.
What
I think it
even?
was like ground juice, or maybe it was like groundwater or something. And my friend Aiden's like in confusion. What the fuck is ground juice? So Jack takes him over to like where people are spectating, and he sees an empty seat. And next to the empty seat is a half drunk bottle of water.
Oh no, not ground cheese.
And he's like,
That's psychotic behavior.
and then he's like,
That's worse than the weed, I think.
and then he's like, ground juice. And then
No, because
I'm-
that's like the person whose that is within the vicinity. That's insane.
And then it's like, I don't know what happens from there. I'm fairly sure they don't drink it. I hope they don't drink it.
I would hope not. Yeah.
So that's how I found out about ground juice.
It's terrifying.
It's just so fucking weird.
That is, yeah, it's ground juice. He was so like excited about
Lord.
it.
It's like a, it's like a. I'm not sure if it was like a bit or like a genuine like, yeah, I'm trying to help you thing.
It had to be a bit.
Have you guys heard
Alright,
of
well,
the
what's that?
airport jungle juice?
That
I know
sounds
what
really
jungle
familiar
juice
for
is. I
some
don't know
reason.
what airport
You know what?
jungle
Do you know
juice
about
is.
the airport jungle juice?
No.
No.
That sounds really familiar for some
Okay,
reason.
I'm fairly sure most airports have this. There's a thing where you have to like empty liquids into like a bin.
No. Ew, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Where you gotta dump all your water and like juice out before you get on the plane.
Yeah.
It's so foul.
Don't drink
I'm just
that.
imagining how does
I
the
don't wanna
airport,
probably-
the forbidden
probably,
airport
like-
jungle juice taste like?
You could probably like harvest enough DNA out of that from like residue and saliva to create a human off of that shit and that like container. That's disgusting.
Yeah, this is a bit that I used to have with one of my friends, Sammy. She
Shout out to Sammy.
yeah, no, we used to hang out a bit, doing VGC stuff, but one of our bits is talking about the airport jungle juice and like how it tastes.
I don't want to think about how it tastes. It probably tastes like piss.
Okay,
Ugh.
I can't find it. I think I might have deleted the original tweet. I don't know why I would. It was a banger. But it was like my top 10 achievements of 2019 or something. And it was like number 3 was get third at the Smash tournament. Number 2 was like I got third at a Smash tournament despite shitting myself, which is pretty big.
Well, you did shit yourself at a Smash tournament. That's right.
No,
What?
I didn't. That was actually a running gag I had on Twitter.
It was a bit.
Oh,
It was
Well,
a
I'm gonna
bit.
still say that you shit yourself at a Smash tournament.
I
because I
was-
bought the bit.
You bought the bit?
I bought the bit. I didn't really know you as well back then.
You,
No,
you
I-
are cold, brother.
No, dude, my
I'm
colon
very
control's off the
gullible.
charts.
I can say
hate
with
everything.
I can say with great certainty that I don't think, apart from like when I was literally an infant, I don't think I've ever, shit myself.
Good.
Guys, I just gotta point out, we got like 15 minutes left of me being able to record, and it's all been poop and shit.
Yeah, shout out to you
Okay,
if you eat food while you watch this podcast because oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Talking about
no.
talking about shitting myself.
Just
Gmax
Name this one. Name this one. Do not eat food while eating this.
yeah,
or while
food
watching
hazard.
this.
no,
Not
but, like,
FDA
airport
approved
jungle juice
podcast.
or something.
Airport
like,
jungle
go
juice
around.
is a banger.
No, honestly, this all kind of like it gives me vibes of like just putting yourself out there and like being. It's like the ultimate icebreaker. Fuck
Have
icebreaker.
you
This is an
ever
ice
kissed yourself?
destruction. Yeah, this is not an icebreaker. This is ice destruction. This is
It
like
is.
Yeah,
just go
man.
to your
Crashing into
next
the
class you're in. Just be like, yo, what's up? Shit myself last week.
making myself vulnerable on the internet.
Had a great day. Woke up. Took a massive shit. Got out of bed in that order.
And I will say, I think
Can't believe
there is
today
merit to
was a
being
good
vulnerable
day.
on the internet because it's like people will start to like recognize that and be like, oh, okay, this guy's pretty approachable. We can like talk to this person.
I would
But I
agree,
think-
but I don't think that like this.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would agree
you
with
don't-
that
you-
too.
Like, there's like a limit, right? Like you can be like vulnerable and approachable, and at some point, self-deprecating humor doesn't get like the what you want it to. So like at some point, people are like, oh, it's cool to make fun of this guy, and even more than that, self-defecating humor is a bit.
Oh
Oh
my
my
fucking
God.
god. There's no
Well, no, but
escape.
what I'm getting at though is like,
I'm gonna make a great dad.
I don't know. I think we've been kind of in the parasocial sauce a little bit recently. I don't know if some of you guys have felt
what?
this.
What?
But
The what?
I
Why'd you
feel
say it
like
that?
I don't
Bobby,
know.
what
It
the
might
hell
be.
is a parasocial relationship?
It might be more so because
It's
we've
called
just
a
been
Twitch
talking
streamer,
about the
Dan.
podcast more to different people. But
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know,
because
to
you
me-
you met someone who like knew Marcos.
I
Like, in
did,
real.
yeah.
Well, they knew
In-
of
in
me.
real.
Ah.
Yeah, knew of you, yeah. Like, the way the conversation went was like, yo, I heard you have a podcast. Let's talk about that. And I'm like, okay, sure. I'll show you what ours is like because apparently you have one too. And it's like, okay, that's fun. Oh, wait a minute. I know one of those guys. And I was like, really? Like, yeah, I follow Marcos for like a couple months now. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't know how to respond to that though.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm running into a lot of conversations, or like not conversations, but just like situations where I have no idea how to respond. Because they have
I've been following Marcos for a couple of months now. Oh, he shit his pants once at a Smash tournament. You know?
Well, because it's like they have a kind of a preconceived notion of you, and you don't really have not control over that. Because now I do have control over that. Because now I've just been talking about shooting myself all episode, but I almost think it's like me as a self-defense mechanism to say, "Don't talk to me." Not "Don't talk to me," but like. You don't know me as well as you think you know me. I am crazy, but I am not that crazy.
You're a little insane, but that's okay.
If you haven't been to Ruby Tuesdays with Michael, you don't know Michael.
For real, for real. That's a bond of me and only me and Marcos share from Collinsville.
Ruby Tuesday.
I don't want to know what happened at Ruby
Oh no, I did
Tuesdays.
see you since Collinsville. We went to that one event.
At at Chicago.
Yeah,
Some
we
deep
went to the
bonding
pizza
happened in that
place.
Ruby Tuesdays.
Deep
I'm
bonding
scared.
happened in that Ruby Tuesdays. We ate cheeseburgers.
Yep.
That's so awesome.
The
I
American
top cut.
dream.
Did I top cut? I think I might have just barely. I don't remember. I literally
Both of
can't
us got
remember
the
when.
same. Both of us got the same record at the last one that happened.
And I think
You-
you top cut, and I did.
No,
it
I
in
didn't.
reverse.
We got the
And I
exact same
did.
record. You bubbled, is what.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh, pain.
it was when you got your first round rained out.
Oh yeah, the rain kept me out and and so
Yeah.
I took an automatic loss.
Yeah. But we
and
both
I-
had the record to cut. It's
Yeah.
just the people I played didn't have good GXE or whatever the fuck that shit's called.
I played Alex Underhill, and I accidentally made him drop the tournament.
Oof.
Real quick,
I
real
forget
quick.
exactly what I did, but I could tell that he's a good sport. But I could tell he wasn't happy that I won by doing it. I'm pretty sure that was what team was I running at that time?
You were bringing Cole because I remember the joke I made was that like, yeah, man, Rain's a pretty hard matchup for Cole. Don't be mad about the round one loss.
No. I remember. I was using Colossal and Galisopod. It was that team. It was like an old Cole team that I had. And I Dynamaxed the Galisopod.
What
That's
the
so
fuck? Okay.
based.
And I think it was because it was able to eat a max strike, and then I was able to get off like a max geyser on the wheezing when he didn't expect it.
Ah. Real quick, I want to say shout out to anyone who listens who has been to one of the regionals that's been happening. It sucks that
Oh, for
Liverpool
sure.
wasn't streamed, but that was cool. To anyone who bubbled, I feel you and I am here for you. If you need emotional support.
Wasn't it only like top 8 cut, not top 16?
Yeah,
Crazy.
at
That sucks.
at Salt Lake, I'm pretty sure it was top 8, and that's like
Nuts.
strange. Like
What's
it's
kind of
always
messed up
top
is
16.
people are bubbling even before the regional starts. A lot of them are just not able to get in.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
what's
that's
up
another
with
thing
that?
is
Pokemon Company
E-
International.
EUIC, right, is the one that like entrants are getting fucked over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
They're doing waves now.
I don't think VGC 2022 is really happening at the moment.
Pain.
It's
now.
happening.
Well, I mean, like,
but it ain't. It
it's-
ain't.
They gotta. I feel bad for the people, kind of responsible
Running it.
and running for stuff because it's like they are trying very hard because I think people are not really letting them do what they want to do. I feel is kind of the vibe I get, where it's like, player caps and all that kind of thing. I mean, it's stuff for safety, right? Like it has to be that way just because COVID. But
It's crazy. Never expected TPCI to be the ones capping.
No, they've been capping for the past.
what do you mean? They've been cappers for their whole lives. Are you kidding me?
They've been capping for the past 3 years, brother. I don't know what you're talking
Pikachu
about.
would never lie to me. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Pikachu
He's a
always
detective. He
lies.
knows a lie.
He knows how to get away with it.
No, he can't keep getting away with this.
Speaking of Pikachu getting away with something, it made top 32 at the...
Yeah, that was
Col-
high.
Not Collinsville. What was it? Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
Was
Salt
that
Lake
the-
City.
The one with Butterfree on the
With
team?
Butterfree.
Yep.
Yeah,
I-
it was Max Simon. Fun fact. I always run into Max Simon in my Showdown lives, and I always lose to the Pikachu.
He always runs Pikachu. Is that true?
Yes, all the
That's
time.
so awesome.
Literally Ash Ketchum.
Literally, I do want to say,
Max
because I was watching the stream when that happened, and he said that he replaced Venusaur with Butterfree just because he was only using
Which
it for
is
sleep
just
powder.
such a
And
Chad
I'm like,
move.
yeah, exactly. That is the most Chad move in existence. I mean, he's got a whole Gmax Zard. Like, it's not like it's a bad thing. It's definitely optimal. But if you're just clicking sleep powder with Venusaur, it might as well get some redirection on that too. That's
Yeah.
I just love that so much.
Honestly, it kind of just speaks to Zacian plus redirection being insane.
Yep,
Because, Zacian, but you redirect the ground move. Zacian
love
is
putting
now
shit
more
to
broken.
sleep.
Any ways to make broken Pokemon more broken feels like
Yes.
insane to me.
Indeed. I've been playing Blaze Black 2 Redux. It's quite the title. It's a very good hack of Black 2. And they gave Venonat compound eyes, and so I just have a Venonat with sleep powder and I win.
Like,
very fun.
They gave it all
Shake
the
my hand.
I'm fairly sure they gave it all the Butterfree abilities
Powder
because they
moves.
look the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I like that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Makes
I love
it-
the way Drayano like balances a lot of the shittier Pokemon in Renegade Platinum, Blaze Black 2. What are some of the other ones he's done? Those type of games where it's just like it's
Sacred
base
Gold,
game but
Stone
harder.
Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacred Gold Soul. I need.
I
want
wanna
to
play that one. If they I just need to know, do you guys know / comment section if the EXP is fixed? Because
What do you mean?
Gen 4 EXP gain is so goddamn slow. I know I can just give myself weird candies, but I don't know.
You're better
If
off
it's
just
Yeah, that's
giving
not for
yourself
everybody.
rare candies. I
Okay, I'll
I
just do
don't-
that then.
I don't play Pokemon games unless they'll like I don't play old Pokemon games unless I'm just doing level cap rare candy runs. Like
No, that's based of you.
I don't want to sit here and grind all day, brother. I'm good.
Yeah, that's very fair. That's probably what I'll do then, yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about it. Gen 4, not that great. Marcos was spitting when he went to the
like,
BDSP release
when's
and
the
risked
last-
his life by
when's the
saying,
last time you
finally,
played
a
Gen 4
good
and
Gen
enjoyed
4
it?
game.
No, he's absolutely right. Like
Gen 4 was just objectively broken more than Sword and Shield.
Yep.
I mean, the last time I played a Gen 4 game was when I was playing Renegade Platinum, and there was like legitimately a mod made for it so that things were faster.
Yeah, I
Fix-
love that. It's
Pokemon.
so silly.
Pokemon is a very like, broken franchise in some senses, right? Where like you can tune it up, you can fix things, you can make things faster, you can make it like a more enjoyable experience.
Mhm.
And shout out to the people that mod these games because,
For real.
dude, you fucking nail that shit. Like,
Modders for anything, really fantastic.
I cannot recommend Renegade Platinum enough if you enjoy Gen 4, but are kind of like, now that it's, back into the limelight or back into, just nostalgia territory where it's like, oh, I want to go back and play the Gen 4 games. Fucking don't play Renegade Platinum. That shit's crazy good.
And the best thing about most of the Drayano hacks is that you can catch every Pokemon that's available
Yes!
for, like in
That's
Gen
what I
4 in the
love.
game.
It
Like,
gives a different like flavor to the game
Yeah.
when the old mons that you know about are like different in some way now.
mhm.
Like they can be built into something different, or their stats are a little different, and they
Yeah,
feel different.
yeah.
They get different moves, right? It gives
Yes,
a whole little tone shift, right? Like,
dude. I wanted to
example.
try using different starter Pokemon, and so instead of like you get to a point in the big city in Black and White 2, and you get to pick one of the Gen 2 starters. And I'm a Cyndaquil fan, but I decided to try Chikorita because I had already picked Pignite over Oshawott
yeah,
because
this is a
I'm
really good
trying all
example.
different
Yeah.
I'm trying all different starters, and Chikorita gets both Serene Grace and Ancient Power. Like
Yeah.
that combination
such
of
a-
things, I don't think is on any other Pokemon unless Togekiss gets Ancient Power. I'm not sure about that.
It does, yeah.
But-
But
oh,
like,
it
here's
does?
the deal:
Okay.
it
It's
gives
just
a
different.
whole new flavor to Meganium.
Yeah.
Like Meganium never did that. Now it can do that, and every time it's a fucking 20% chance serotonin boost. Like,
Yeah.
Meganium had a 0% chance serotonin boost back in the old games. That shit
No,
was ass.
Meganium has 100% serotonin boost because it's a little dinosaur with a
Okay, I agree
flower
with that.
on it.
I agree. I meant gameplay wise because I fucking
get it,
love
I get it,
Chikorita.
yeah. And yeah,
Chikorita, my child.
being able to catch every Pokemon, like Murkiri said, it's so nice because one, like different Pokemon are available or early games, so you often find yourself less into that like like Route 1 starter, like Route 1 normal type, Route 1 flying type, Route 1 bug type, like that becomes your established team most of the time, at least before the first gym. Now you're finding a bunch of all new Pokemon that maybe you never even used before in a playthrough, and it's just a new experience. And plus, being able to catch and complete the Pokedex is a viable feat now, and that's just like
it's
nice.
a whole different way to play the game for sure.
Yeah.
And
Fun
I will
fact,
say
I have
before
never
this,
completed the Pokedex in any title.
Except for
Yes,
Arceus,
and that's
for me.
fine.
Nope, still haven't.
well, here's the deal, right? Okay, before we get into the title of this clip being why the Route 1 podcasts believe in bring back national decks was why they were correct, right? Before that happens, I will say I don't really care for if the whole dex is there or not, but if you are going to have it, buff the national decks, please, God.
Yes.
That's my stance. That's my radicalized Pokemon take. Buff the national decks. What the fuck is a Wachog? What the actual fuck is a Ladian? What, like, Lady? Okay, here.
Like,
this is what we're
Just
gonna
call
do.
it
Comment
Wachog?
section. This is what we're gonna do. Comment section.
It's Watchog. by
You
the
tell
way.
me right now in the comments what, without looking it up, what you think Ladian's attack stat is.
Isn't it like
It's
50?
It's like
Give him a second.
75, 70.
Do 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 do. Okay, time's up. It's fucking 35.
Yep, it's 35.
It's so bad.
Wait, 35? Wait, really?
35.
35.
Dude,
35.
they buffed
Gen
that.
2 is about as bad as Gen 4.
Dude,
Yeah.
they buffed that shit to fucking 95
90.
in Draeonic
What?
hacks.
And here's the thing. It's not busted. It's not overpowered. They just
It
made
just-
it a
it makes
usable
you-
Pokemon.
Yeah, it makes it something that's actually usable now. Like,
Although
you
they
can-
did give a technician in
and now-
Black and White 2 Redux, which is
and now
fucking
there's nothing-
awesome.
And there's nothing to say that it wasn't usable before, right? But like, are you going to have more fun playing with a Pokemon that you can like actually engage in the game with, or are you gonna have fun with a Pokemon that's like a chore and a pain to use at
Yeah.
all? Like,
For real.
to me, there's a lot of like of that feeling in old Pokemon games where it's like, okay, yeah, you have this mon that you enjoy just off design alone, but like you're gonna enjoy its design less because it's a bitch to use, which I've never understood that.
I tried
that's like,
using Wigglytuff in my red playthrough. Impossible.
that's
Oh,
old pseudos to me. And,
I
like,
used Wigglytuff in fucking my Ultra Sun Ultra Moon playthrough when I first played it, and I had so much fun because it was fairy type and it was usable. It was awesome. Any other game before it got fairy type, it's not good.
think like Hydreigon, Volcarona, Metagross, Salamence. These type of mons where it's like you like what they look like, you like what, like, even like maybe in the anime or promotional material, you're like, oh dude, these are badass. Good luck. Like, in those games, they're basically like not impossible, but like, why would you go out of your way to spend 10 extra hours just to like have this Pokemon that you're only gonna use for like 10 battles?
That's why I love Black and White, because from what I remember, you get a Larvesta egg super early on. The issue is that it evolves at level like 34 or 54, and so it has baby bug stats for eons. But like, still, you get this really cool, essentially pseudo legendary bug type, which is why Volcarona is so fucking awesome. And you get a little baby one, and you get to raise it. I love shit like that. I was not mad when I got to you. I never understood they literally hand you a Mew. This game's so baby easy for BDSP. Dude, I had the time of my life clicking pound with my little bald cat. It was so much fun.
They really messed
She
up.
was really clicking pound. I did see her. This is facts.
The legend that they messed up the most was Dragapult. Because name one
Why?
person who had a Dreepy in their playthrough once.
Yeah, that's what sucks about pseudo legendaries. They're so fucking cool, but because you can't get them like early enough to add to your party, you're adding them either right before the Elite Four or after you've beaten the game.
I get that that's the point, right?
Yeah. I like
game
Pokemon
design wise,
like that.
but like there should be at least a little bit more time for attachment, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Gibble was done really well.
Yeah,
where you
Gibble
can get
was
it
done
towards the
well.
middle of the
Axew
game and
as
you kind
well.
of grow it. Yeah, sure. But like, even then, you get Garchomp right around the end of the game, where it's like, okay, 8th gym Elite Four, that's what you have Garchomp for. It's like, okay, man, like,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
no,
gonna
there's
love
not
my
enough.
little guys.
And seeing these Drayano hacks that we keep referencing and talking about, right? It's like, to me, when you see kind of a rare Pokemon, or you see like a oh my god, that's a pseudo legendary, or I know what that turns into. That thing's crazy.
Mhm.
It feels like that immediately. Like you have the ability to be like, yo,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a fucking cool Pokemon that I can
Yeah.
use
Shoutouts real quick.
immediately.
Shoutouts
what's
to
a
the
really cool
level 10
Pokemon?
Salamence in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Love that
The
guy.
fuck? Oh wait, you're right. That was a thing.
I've got one of those. His name is Early Bloomer.
Oh my god.
I
Wait,
kind of
that's
want to
so
get
hype.
one and like give him all the ribbons and transfer him up. I think that'd be
yeah,
I want more
I'm
stuff like
considering
that.
it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
they do
Oh,
that
yeah.
in Arceus, kind of,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Where there's like wild big ass Pokemon.
Yeah,
You
if
know
you can
what's-
get an alpha early, you feel like a god.
You know what's
Yeah.
a big ass Pokemon?
Hmm.
Well,
Well, no, it doesn't
Personally.
have an ass.
Yeah,
got-
wishy-washy.
It's
Wishy-washy! True! Watch
old
the
fish.
Wishy-washy video.
I get what
wasn't
you're
in
trying
it.
to do, Marcos.
I wasn't in the
yeah,
Wishy-washy video,
I
but it was
got
funny.
somewhere to be. Wait, who are you? Ah!
Okay.
you kind of already did.
So Marcos is dead.
Yeah,
Cool.
so someone got heavy slammed, gyro balled, rock slided.
Mm-hmm.
Not time for the rest of us right now, but yeah, Trick Room was up, +6 defense, body pressed, you know how
His
it be.
weakness policy too is
Yeah,
just-
Yeah,
Sand
yeah,
was
he
up,
was,
man. He couldn't do anything about it.
He
Yeah,
wouldn't do
you
shit
know.
about that.
happens to the best
yeah.
of us.
Marcos had to go, but we are here.
Yes,
We-
but for real.
Marcos was base 20 speed. It was base 13 speed. You know how it be.
For real, I love 5% like Route 4, you find a little dragon. I love that
yeah,
idea
no,
of it.
honestly, I want that in like spades. Like I want a lot of that again.
Mhm, mhm.
Alphas was a really cool way to do that in Legends Arceus, but like
They don't
catching a
listen
level
to
5
you if you
Salamence.
catch 'em.
Yeah,
Yeah.
catching a level 5 Salamence in Sun Moon is so cool that it's like a
Yeah.
really rare chance. Like what's stopping people from having like shiny odds, but it's just instead of having the Pokemon be shiny on the route, it's just the fully evolved Pokemon on the route. It'd be so cool. Like, you
That's
get a
essentially what
Haxorus
it
on Gym
was.
3.
I don't
but it'd
remember.
be
so
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
Wait,
I'm
no,
gonna
be so
no, dude, that's literally just fucking, what do you call it? Like in Sun and Moon, when they call for other Pokemon, and they have the chance
Yeah,
that's what
to
we're
call
talking
for
about, yeah.
Salamence. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But like, rather than it being a call thing, maybe in some of the older games, or maybe in, you know, if games do maybe go back to, well, actually, I was gonna say if games go back to like wild encounters in the grass, but I feel like we're like kind of, we've been far beyond that now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that, honestly.
Let's Go, Sword, Shield, and now Legends Arceus. We've not really had like a random chance encounter, JRPG style.
I'm completely fine with that, honestly. I love.
Yeah, me too. That shit sucks.
Yeah. It's a pain. Like how quickly you can catch a Pokemon in Arceus is so satisfying that it makes accomplishing the Pokedex not only an actual thing you can do. I said accomplishing. I mean, completing the Pokedex an actual thing that you can do and also enjoyable. I'm not running around in the grass waiting for that 5% chance to spawn. I'm standing and looking and waiting. Like
It isn't like grindy.
yeah.
Yeah.
As grindy at least.
When,
Exactly.
Okay, I know when the old Pokemon games get kind of like tired is when the walking and the movement feels like grinding. That shit's
Yeah.
crazy. You ever try to walk through Gen 4 grass? Bro.
Oh.
you
It
get
takes you
jumped like
years.
7 times. That shit is ass.
Yep. You get assaulted
Motherfuckers.
often.
Motherfuckers be like, I keep on encountering guys when I run in the grass. My brother in Christ, you didn't use a repel.
Okay, but that's so whack.
No,
I love that repels are useless now. Like
I mean,
my brother in
I
Christ
would
dodged
like
the
a repel.
Pokemon. Like, you know what I mean?
I would like
Yeah.
a repel that is like what's it called? Like if like Pokemon will run away from you because it can get pretty crowded sometimes, especially in Let's Go and in Sword and Shield. It can get a little squished with how much
is a
stuff
thing-
is spawning, and in
that
a
is a
way
thing
that
in
creates a
Let's Go.
kind of random encounter, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
But it would be
There
a
are-
useful thing.
There are repels in Let's Go. I'll say that, but I don't think they really did.
Yeah,
kinda
they just
what
make
you're
them
saying.
spawn less.
Yeah,
think-
less
yeah,
spawn
it
is
was-
like not the way to go. I think it'd be kind of cool if Pokemon run away from you if you have a really high level Pokemon at the front of your party.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
That'd be kind of cool.
Hold on, a good idea for repels would be like it gets rid of Pokemon for a little bit, like or like gets rid of the currently spawned Pokemon, That
Oh.
way, like, if you could, like,
Ooh, yeah.
use that as a way to, like,
different utility.
Yeah, so it gets
Yeah.
rid of, like, the currently spawned Pokemon, and
Like a
then,
recycle
yeah. So, like,
or refresh.
yeah. It's like, you can, if you see, like, a shiny Pokemon if you don't see a shiny Pokemon in the overworld and you're shiny hunting for shit, and you can see it in the overworld, you just keep on using repels to refresh what's spawning.
Yeah. Oh,
That'd be
that
kinda
would that would actually be sick, because then, right now in Arceus, if you're shiny hunting for like a specific alpha or something, you have to like leave the whole ass area and then come back and then leave and then come back. It takes a bit. With something like that, not only can you find like I was saying, like 5% spawn a little dragon guy, you could find that a lot easier. But
Yeah.
also, like, if you're specifically hunting for a Pokemon, or even like nature hunting or IV hunting, or ability hunting for like hidden ability Pokemon and whatnot, doing something like that where you don't have to like go out of your way to refresh the spawns, like, that's really nice. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
I think we're getting to a point where it's gonna be like currently in Legends Arceus, right? Or any of the Pokemon that kind of spawn in the overworld, in these like past couple games. I think we're heading to the route where like even spawning the Pokemon itself is part of the game, and like it has its own maybe not requirements, but like think like Spiritomb in Legends, right? Where it's like there's something that you have to do before you get it. You have to collect the 108 souls or whatever. That's kind of cool. I think we're getting there on like a smaller scale, even for like different Pokemon.
What
You know
do you
what I
mean?
mean? Like maybe bring a couple steel types with you, and then Magneton will spawn more, and it's like a super rare spawn otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Like Magnet Pull, yeah.
I like stuff like that kind of builds up the world and kind of immerses you into the feeling of like, okay, this creature is like actually a creature. This creature's like actually like an animal type
He's
thing.
a little guy, a little creature.
That interacts with its environment other than just kind of standing and floating
Yeah,
there. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I love that.
I would love to see something like that in
Yeah.
Scarlet Violet.
That seeing Pokemon just walk around and stuff and like do their little animations or like Spheal that will roll up and play with you. I love
that's adorable.
details like that. It makes it feel like an animal, like you're saying. Yeah, it feels like a living, breathing thing, and not just a group of pixels that pops up when I run in the grass for long enough. It's very nice.
And
I
honestly,
enjoyed it a lot.
I honestly think that's a really overrated part about a lot of these newer Pokemon games, because like that cannot be easy to do. Just put an animal in a video game, forehead. Okay. Program the animal's artificial intelligence.
Well, it doesn't really have
Okay.
an artificial intelligence as much as it just like performs certain actions depending on things. It's
Yeah,
I
and I
know
think
it's
that's
not
where we're
that
at now.
complicated of a system, but it's still good, and it feels good. It feels real, not real, but natural.
I mean, technically speaking,
Ash
they've
thinks
already-
Pokemon are real. Are you okay?
Technically speaking, they've already done that with like this stuff in the Pokemon Camp thing in Sword and Shield.
Yeah,
It's
something
gonna
like that.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. Yeah.
They just got to implement it into like
Overworld, yeah.
overworld stuff.
And okay, and that's one of those things where it's like, oh, we always know in hindsight that the stuff that and the shit that was like, kind of discarded and used in old Pokemon games is recycled and repurposed for later Pokemon games. I genuinely think that's where we're going. I think we're headed towards overworld Pokemon behaving like they did in camp.
I would love that. I would love that. That'd be awesome.
My hopes are so high for Scarlet Violet, and I
we've
don't
got
know
some
if
high
that's
expectations for Pokemon.
I don't know if that's to a detriment or not. Because this is the first time in forever, I think, or like just in general, that I've had kind of very high expectations going into a Pokemon game or Pokemon game's release. Because like Sword Shield, I didn't really have much, expectations, and I think that might be, that might contribute to why I like Sword and Shield a lot. So now I'm wondering if like, damn, am I setting myself up too high? Because they've been knocking it out of the park. with, like,
Arceus is a great stepping stone, and to find out that this kind of gameplay probably isn't going to be stuck in a spin-off, like, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Arceus isn't a spin-off.
Well, yeah, but
It's
like,
considered mainline.
well, yeah, I know it's mainline.
That's what she means, yeah.
Yeah, but like separate from the like, like Let's Go. Even though Let's Go was mainline, it was separate. So finding out that it's not going to be treated like Let's Go,
This technology will be used.
Yes, thank you. You're innovating and it's working. Keep doing it, please. Yeah. It's so nice.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Pretty awesome.
Any bold predictions for Scarlet Violet? Anyone have? Because for me right now, it's kind of just like Pokemon behaving, more natural.
What's gonna happen is that they're just gonna fuck up the what's it called? The battle system like they did in VDSP.
Yeah, fuck up the online, and then VGC dies in 2023. That's the prediction.
My prediction,
I can't even blame you. That's not a bad prediction.
I hope it doesn't happen.
Is they're gonna add an even worse battle mechanic than Dynamax, and I'm gonna quit the video game.
No, I don't. I'm hoping, I'm praying that there is no mechanic, or at least the mechanic is single player only. I would be completely fine with it. You know what?
Let's hope the battle gimmick is it's only to like the legendaries or some shit.
Yes.
Because then we don't have to deal with it until GS comes,
until
maybe.
restricted. Yeah. Here's the thing. To me, it feels like we are kind of moving into a new era of mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how else to justify this other than like in the anime recently. They're kind of building up to where like, oh, Ash is gonna use Mega, Z moves, Dynamax, and Battle Bond Greninja
funny.
all at the same time. And it's like, okay, that's sick. 2, to me that signals the end. That signals like okay, we're not going to get a clickable button anymore. So I do think it might be something more single player oriented. That could make sense.
I agree with that. Yeah, it feels like the thinking anime wise and plot wise, there's a bit of a power creep. They just keep making things that get stronger, So once you get to the peak, what do? Okay, you leave it behind and then you do something else now. I hope that is actually what happens, and that it gets left behind, and it's cool. We loved it. I'm gonna miss Mega Evolutions for the rest of my life for reasons we explained last episode. But
it feels like a send off.
Yeah, it feels a send off. That screenshot of Ash with all of the
all the little doohickeys on him.
All the bracelets was fucking raw. By the way.
3 different.
It goes
different
hard, but it does.
Yeah.
It would go. Here's the deal. It would go less hard if he just wore them from now on. You know what I mean? It would go less hard if all of those were to come back in Gen 9. You know what? There's the insane option where they're just all back in Gen 9.
No.
Dude, we get Agile Style, Strong Style, Dynamax, Z moves, Megas.
Dude, I'm not sure if they could even like make that work. I remember when Ultra Series was first revealed, I was like losing my mind because I'm like the Megas and the Z moves and the Primals and the Restricteds and there's so many mechanics. If they do that shit again, I'm gonna lose my mind.
And then to top it all off, you get the battle launcher from Black and White. that you can shoot full restores to your Pokemon.
I miss that thing so much, dude. That was such a cool mechanic.
I think I definitely think that that Ultra Series was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I'm just repeating what you guys just said. Yeah, don't do it again, please.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
That's completely fair. Because I don't know. There's just too much at some point, and I feel like a refresh, like you were saying, Michael, like it's a new kind of chunk of things.
It feels like we're kind of especially with Arceus, I think, is another thing, because even in game, forget the anime, forget them using all 3 of the mechanics. I think Arceus is kind of like we're stepping away now. This is like if you think about it in terms of old gens is what we talk about, right? Gens 1 through let's say 5, right? Where it's on the DS era. That to me feels like old gen, and then 3DS, those couple games like Sun Moon. I would say 6, 7, and 8 feel like new gen. I think our new gen, quote unquote, is kind of ending. I think 9 through on is going to be like, I think the new chunk of generations. And I don't know how else to explain that other than like, it feels like the end of like a like a time frame or the end of a, old, new, and then future.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they all concluded with like something really different, something really unique, right? Gens 1 through 5 being, you now have moving sprites. You now have 3D atmospheres, and it's like, whoa, this is very different from everything we've played before.
Yeah.
Gens 6 through, now, right? Arceus, right? Things were kind of samey, and now it's like, oh shit, okay, Arceus is kind of like the beginning of something new, the beginning of something bigger. Yeah. So I think, I do really think we're moving in like a new, I don't even know what the word is. Like,
new direction? New...
future of Pokemon.
Future, yeah. Honestly, just the fact that they're innovating again is a fantastic sign. Because the DS era of Pokemon games just improved after improved after improved. So far on, 3DS games felt like they stayed kind of the same. I mean, besides changing the model sizes, which was pretty cool. Honestly, I still prefer the little squishy models of X and Y and Auras.
X, Y, and Auras, yeah.
But besides those things, not a lot changed. We got the mechanics, that was cool. Visually it changed a little bit, but not much. It just didn't feel as big of a leap as it was in Gen 4. And that could be my nostalgia goggles, I'm not sure. But I get what you mean, that it's like now it feels like another one of those leaps towards something new, because it is a whole new system. But it's changing. It's innovating. We're getting new mechanics, new core gameplay. It's not the same anymore, and I really, really love that. I'm praying that they don't mess it up.
Something big always changes, whether it's a graphical thing from like Gens 4 to 5, or like a game style, game feel, like going from Gen 8 to, well, okay, it kind of happened within Gen 8 with Wild Area, but for the sake of my argument, I'm gonna say like Gen 8 into Legends Arceus, where it's now more open world and not in a box anymore. So yeah, I'm very interested.
Yeah, I'm
interested to see where we go from here.
People have been wanting an open world Pokemon game for a while, and honestly, I'm pretty glad that they did a slow transition into it rather than just dumping it all in Sword and Shield. Because, this is fantastic.
Sword and Shield? Y'all thought Sword and Shield looked bad now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Could you imagine if Legends Arceus didn't exist and it was just Legends Sword and Shield or some shit?
I loved Legends Sword and Shield from a plot split standpoint. I am Calyrex's biggest fan. I would love an Origins, like Legends, plot-wise, not graphics-wise, no. This is like a million times better, and it's still not even peak. And I hope we get to that peak at some point. I'm really hopeful. But, it's the Pokemon Company. Something will go wrong, and it'll be whatever. But it doesn't matter, because I get my little crocodile with a craft single slapped on his stomach, and then I will be happy.
I'm excited for whatever the fuck, like, not side game, not spin-off, but just like not like, beginning of Generation 9. I'm excited to see whatever the fuck comes after Scarlet Violet, because that shit's probably gonna bang.
Yeah, I hope Scarlet and Violet bangs. I mean, they just gotta fix the frame rate.
Yeah, and I'm not talking Gen 10, right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
To even say that's insane, but like, I'm more so talking about just like, the first Pokemon game of every generation's rough, right? So I'm just,
well, here's the thing. I think Sword and Shield is that rough transition
the prime
right now.
Example. Yeah, exactly.
Like how the first Diamond and Pearl was. Platinum got better, Heart Gold and Soul Silver got better, Black and White got great. Console generation has been rough.
Look at all of their how do you say it? They're like beginning of generations, right? Look at I'm gonna skip like early gens, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe not 4. Yeah. So let's start at 4, right? The difference between 3 and 4, huge, right?
Yeah.
Complete overhaul. And then the difference between 4, 5, and 6, like Gen 6 is like difference between there.
Yeah.
Massive again. And now it's like we're doing that again, right? It's like, okay, the switch to a new console with the Switch between Gen 7, Sun, Moon, and Sword and Shield. Holy shit, they're like different fucking games entirely. Like, not even Pokemon games anymore, right?
Mhm.
It's weird to feel that that's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
get
mean?
that. I get that. But
How I don't know how different Scarlet Violet is gonna be from, let's say either Legends Arceus or Sword Shield.
I'm fine with it being Legends Arceus again.
But
I'd love to play
they
Legends Arceus again.
Every single time they get better and better.
Mhm,
You know what I
mhm.
mean? I think Gen 6 was better than Gen 4. I think Gen
We're based
8 was
that
better
way.
than Gen 6. I think Scarlet Violet's probably going to be better than Gen 8. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
I'm excited for it. I had a thought, now it's gone. Never mind. Continue.
you know,
Yeah.
I had a thought too, but then you said you had a thought, and then I didn't have a thought. So
I just
Murkiri!
want to feel something. I just want to feel something again, brother.
No.
here,
Yeah.
I will press my body against your body for you to feel something
Huh?
at +6 defense, like what happened to Marcos.
Oh, body press. Okay.
Body
I was
press.
gonna say, oh.
I don't know, man.
No more Dynamax. Give us
I
good
just-
video game.
Yeah. Literally, I just want to live in a Regieleki-less world again.
yeah, me too.
Seal this
the title of last,
bear within the earth.
the title of the episode that came out last to when we recorded this being "We Hate Regieleki's."
Yeah.
Funny as fuck to me.
Yeah.
Dude, I got
Um,
so many DMs saying, "What do you mean you hate Reggie?" Like, they were all jokes. It was funny.
Yeah.
Regieleki is the motherfucker ultimate of motherfucker
Indeed.
ultimates, and I
I'm
hate
starting to think Alola was onto something with making the average base speed of the dex fucking 12. I
I'm
think they
starting to
might have been
think-
onto something there.
I'm starting to think that Game Freak kind of shat the bed when they were thinking of competitive shit between Gen 7 to Gen 8.
Yeah. You know,
yeah,
they,
that's
they
actually-
made competitive
them-
like the center of it, which was really cool. But
They should,
yeah.
okay, they
Their
literally...
answer was to increase the power creep. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like,
They in every way but quality of life changes. Pokemon Sword and Shield was a fucking in every way, like, to do a competitive apart from just quality of life. Like from Gen 7 to Gen 8 is just like just an insane like
Oh yeah.
step
Downgrade.
down. Yeah, just like a complete downgrade. Gen 7 was peak.
okay.
The only thing
Outside
that
of
the only thing that Gen 8 does better is quality of life shit. And like,
okay, I'm gonna add one more thing onto that. Quality of life, yes, but also accessibility. Those are not mutually exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think spectator mode, very nice. I think the way they handle their streams and shit, incredibly nice. The way that VGC is like, I mean, I'm a VGC player now, for fuck's sake, right?
Well,
I
I mean,
wouldn't have
the-
been if it wasn't broadcast the way it is. So
Yeah.
I mean, their broadcast shit was never different. It wasn't different. Like, that's how it was all the same in Gen.
I mean, I don't know. I think this might
Have
even
you-
lean
did
into
you-
like
did you
graphical
watch any?
shit. I did watch Gen 7
no.
VGC.
Like, they did. They literally did all that stuff. Like, I
No.
remember.
I not like stream graphics. I mean more so like just what Sword Shield looks like versus what Sun Moon looks
Ah.
like. 15 frame rate with the Delta Stream and 7 terrains and
Oh,
yeah.
9
yeah.
weathers and G-Max Wildfire and 12 leftovers going off at the same time. No, dude, grassy terrain with sand up in Gen 7. I did not. I just turned the stream off whenever that shit happened. Like,
I kind of miss old terrain effects. That shit girded. But like,
But
that's
no, I
like,
did
that's-
watch,
that just comes with like the generational like step up. Everything
yeah,
else
but
is like
I don't know. I
worse.
think that is just. I'm gonna say competitive presentation. Let's say it like that. I think that stepped up for sure.
Yeah. But like everything else, like the actual in the source, in the nitty gritty, everything
Once you
else
start
is
playing
just
it,
like
I can see how it feels. I can see how it would feel like that for sure.
that-
I didn't
that
play Gen
mechanics
7 though.
worse. The way they handled the formats worse. No versus recorder.
Yeah.
I played
Dude,
like
I miss the
I
versus
played like
recorder.
I played like a Wi-Fi battle in Gen 7 a couple times.
Ladder
that just felt
worse.
That felt worse. I don't know. I feel like Gen 7's Wi-Fi was like either equally bad or like I don't know, because I enjoy Sword Shield Wi-Fi. I just don't have the time to play it. So like,
Well, no, but the thing is, most people didn't play the Wi-Fi. People went on went on Battle Spot and played competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play that at all in Gen 7, so
Yeah.
maybe it's just me. You know,
Ladder, ladder worse. They made me have
you
to
think
play.
the ladders
no,
were? I
no.
genuinely...
It is absolutely
worse.
better in Gen 7.
They were going in the right direction, but the whole sending you down into Great Ball was the wrong
We've talked
direction.
about this before. I enjoy the concept behind the Master Ball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Pokeball.
I do too.
I like the concept of it.
I don't think it needs it at all. Like,
No,
if they're not gonna implement it like it's been implemented in like Riot Games or just like any actual esport, what's the point?
That's fair.
Well, okay, but here's the thing: it does do that, though.
No, it doesn't. It literally doesn't.
Yeah,
it's like
it does.
It doesn't do shit. It doesn't mean anything.
Back when I played Overwatch, it would definitely D-rank you at the end of every season.
Well, no. The thing is, like, that isn't what my point was. The point is, getting up to Master Ball is just like a completely. It's like you get up to Master Ball and that's when the real shit happens. Like, you're never like Pokeball beginner tier, Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball don't matter at all.
No. That's not right. For us it does not matter at all. For anyone else who's a beginner, it does.
You gotta think of the little Timmies.
Well, no, but
dude,
like
my cousin, if my cousin comes up to me, he's like, "Dude, I finally hit Great Ball," I would throw a party. Are you kidding me?
No, like, okay, so you don't understand what it's like. It's so the thing about like most competitive systems is it's like a bell curve. People in like most of the people are in like silver and gold and plat. And then there's less people in bronze and in iron, and I'm going off of Valorant ranks. And there's like less people in diamond and immortal and shit. See, most of the graph is on the end of Master Ball.
Yeah, no,
I
get what you're saying
there in Master Ball. So battles that happen in Ultra Ball, Great Ball, Pokeball, beginner tier ultimately don't matter because everyone is looking for I'm going to Master Ball, and that's when the real shit's happening. Unless you don't play the game, and don't understand how it works.
I still think Ash is right.
No, I agree with him.
I think you're both a little bit right. So like Murkiri's right because the bell curve is not traditional. It's not, across the ranks there are, majority in the middle. Because of the way that like once you get to Master Ball, you're fighting exclusively Master Balls, right? But I'll say I think like
that issue.
I think it's still good because that bell curve exists within Master Ball. That's what the rating system is, right? That's what the number system is.
But
you shouldn't have to have the barrier of I've got to do Ultra Ball, Great Ball, whatever the fuck before I get to that.
Yeah,
I should just be able to log on and I'm at 1500 and I'm in the middle. I'm at average because that's exactly how it used to work back in what do you call it? There just wasn't a label for it. It's like you would go like you would just label it as your number because average was 1500. 1500 is the barrier of entry. That is the middle of the bell curve.
Yeah, I agree.
And then 1400s is going down the left side and then going up to like 1600 and 1700. That's how it used to work. That's how it worked. It aligns with everything in most ELO systems. That's just how it is. It's how Showdown works, but it's like a little bit different based on where you start.
I think maybe the issue comes from the fact that you have to do it twice then. The fact that there's almost two bell curves.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball. That is a bell curve in and of itself, right? There are naturally more Great Ball tier players because that's where you get sent down to at the end of every season. Then there are Pokeball tiers and Ultra Ball tiers because those are the people that aren't climbing and those are the people that are climbing. But then once you're done with that, it's like, okay, you reset, do another bell curve for Master Ball, and it's like, Okay, that's cringe.
The issue is that it's ultimately just a waste of my fucking time.
Yeah.
It feels like
to be
oh my God.
playing Great Ball and Ultra Ball because I want to
You know
be
what this
getting to
feels
the
like?
Master Ball shit.
This feels like placements in Overwatch. Like a placement rating. That's what Ultra Ball, Pokeball, Great Ball tier is to me.
But it isn't.
Because if you do but it is. Because if you do well in those, if you go like 6-0 in Great Ball tier, you're gonna be pretty like decently high Master Ball tier.
Well, no, but you're stuck in placements if you don't. You're just stuck doing it until you.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say is I think it could definitely be improved if it was treated more like a placement where it's like, okay, just play 6 games and then you play somewhere in Master Ball rather than you have to play until you get X amount of wins.
That would be a lot better.
To X amount of losses ratio.
Ultimately, what they gotta do is they gotta What they gotta do is they gotta bring back the regular ELO ratings of like 1500s and stuff, and then use those to make like ratings.
Well, okay, but that exists in Master Ball. It's really just a matter of placing.
No, it doesn't because you're just Master Ball. It doesn't exist.
Well, okay.
Rating,
Cap actually.
No, because then the ratings don't. No, shut up.
Have you ever looked
dude. It doesn't exist because there isn't a rating for it. The problem with the rating system is the ratings ultimately don't matter because you want that shit to happen in Master Ball.
I'll give it to you that it isn't displayed, but it does exist. Do you have the Pokemon home map?
No, but like, why bother? Why would you not display it? Why would bother have?
I agree. I 100% agree that it should be displayed. But
if you're gonna have it in the game at all, you got to do it right.
Shit,
and
it's that
like,
shit if you've ever tried for a top 10 push, if you've ever tried for a top 10 push or like top 1 push even, right? That shit where it's like you can't see the ELO rating, but you win a game and you're like, let's say rank 7 and you expect to go up to either rank 5 or 6 and you just stay at rank 7. It's like, oh fuck, okay, well the ELO disparity was too high, so I didn't actually move up even though I got points.
Yeah.
That's where I agree where it's like, okay, yeah, why not just display it? You're not wrong, but like there is a rating system. It's just not displayed.
Yeah, no.
Reason.
What they need to do is they need to remove literally all of Great Ball, Ultra Ball. Fuck that shit. Get it out of here. Start you at 1500, and then have like a rating system within that. Let's say if you start at 1500, you're in like Great Ball or Ultra Ball.
Yeah. And, I feel like doing that or doing placements and then I
think placements is the better way to go.
No. I wish that the barrier to go up a ball rating was an ELO and not a bar. I would prefer that.
Okay, that I 1000% agree with. Think about Showdown, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, 1000s to let's say I don't know, 1200s is Pokeball. 12,000s to I don't know, let's say 1400s is Ultra Ball, or Great Ball, and then 14 to 16 Ultra Ball. Everything above 16 would be top 500. That's Master Ball. That is like the golden. God, I wish. I think we're all in agreement with that because that is what you're saying, Brady. Of like, it's just linear, right? Mm-hmm. It's not. There's no fucking the placement. You're not placement. The merit you get or like the tier you are is tied directly to your ELO. I would want that, but I don't know. I think just seeing everyone as Master Ball, I've never really cared about like the name of it, right? Like Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball. I don't really care.
That doesn't matter.
I don't care. It's just that having to exist in a space where having to exist in a space where the people who I'm playing against are mildly worse. Like players
locking you out of playing.
Locking me out of playing against somebody who I think like playing against like good players.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like forced decay.
Yeah,
like they force the decay upon you. It's like because decay happens when you just don't play for a while, right? The ladder's like, oh well, people are improving around you, so you need to be losing points.
See, this is what I mean. So if you have like the 1500 thing, have like a rank directly tied to your ELO thing, right? Have that directly tied to it, and then with that you can like at the end of a season, it's like I think you were saying this before. You just lose a bit of rating, and then if you want to get back up to the rank you were, you play the video game.
And now this is a system that works, right? It's currently
And-
working. People are okay with it, but
And
is
then
it
you
best?
can
I
just-
don't know. It's subjective.
And it's like, well, if you wanna reset your rating to default, you can do that if you want. Or like maybe if it's or like I don't know. Maybe people the way it used to work in like Gen 7 was that everybody just got reset to 1500s. Then like I mean I feel like that's fine because then everybody's starting at 1500. It isn't just like I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I shouldn't have to grind every month just so I can get Master Ball, and then if I so choose to play the video game, I can play against people who I can say, hey, I beat them because I outplayed them.
Back when I
unless
used to
then
play...
this person doesn't know how to play the game, I won because they didn't know how to play the game.
Or they have a fucking Yamper on their team. I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Like, I think, I don't know, my perspective from this comes from back when I used to play towards the beginning of the generation when, like, I was basically playing, like, all the time, or, either all the time or just 6 games a month to get back up to Master Ball, to get my rewards, to get, all this stuff.
It becomes a chore, kind of.
It becomes a chore, but to me, the chore wasn't, like, too arduous, right? I think the worst thing, this is probably the worst part about the current rating system, is that it doesn't, if you don't ladder, or at the end of every season, it puts you back to Master Ball, or Great Ball 8 or some shit, right? Like that. And then it's only technically positive 6 wins, right? Get positive 6 wins, and you'll be back up to Master Ball. The thing that I hate the most is if you take a break longer than a month, that shit goes down.
Yeah.
That I
It's
hate.
so annoying.
That is probably the worst part of it, because then it makes it a chore that was already existing even more of a chore, and it's like, okay, why? That's not incentive to play the game. That's incentive to stop playing the game.
Like we've said this before on the podcast. It's literally just like it's the game's punishing you actively for not playing, and
it doesn't make me want to play anymore.
It's like, this chore that I have to do just got harder, and I don't want to play the game anymore. And then eventually a new chore comes around, and I want to play the video game, and I'm in fucking Pokeball 5.
Yeah, dude. I mean, from like Pokeball, yeah, exactly. From that rating, it's probably like what 15 or 20 positive wins for that, and it's like, I can do that, but that's like 15 VGC games is like fucking 5-6 hours for fuck's sake. Like, good god.
Yeah, I'm not up for that, and I'm over it, man. I just want to feel something.
I think,
especially when the format is shitty, like it has been for like every format apart from Series 10 and Series 2.
I wish you and Marcos could switch places, because then I'd be like, yo, come over, or I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna steal your Switch for a weekend and just get you to Master Ball.
I was
not on some shit of like, oh, you can't do it, on some shit of like, I know you don't want to do it, I'm gonna do this for you because I know you want to feel something.
I literally would pay somebody to get me to Master Ball just because I don't want to do it myself.
Yo, Master Ball boosting service. I got you.
Not because I don't.
I'm getting banned from VGC tournaments.
Not because I can't. It's because I just don't fucking.
You just don't wanna. Yeah, no, that is.
It's just so valid. Like, I get it.
That's why
I feel like it also. I mean, like that also impacts me wanting to actually record content, because I feel like I'm playing against a guy who's using fucking Naganadel.
You should. You know what you should probably do? This. I mean, maybe I should talk about this off the pod, but like, you should probably just start doing what you did for PDSP and just start hitting up other content creators for ladder game, or not ladder games, but just like, either sets or just like individual games. You know, to guarantee that you're playing somebody with a quality team.
And that might have, you're being held accountable for it too, so you might get that motivation.
It's like, I don't know, it's annoying as fuck. It's like, please, I just want my, because like, if I'm just starting at 1500 and I'm just like, oh, I lost a game, oh, that's okay, I can just rank up. Most of the people in 1400s aren't playing that well, so I'm good. So I can play against theirs and then get back up to 1600 and then, get 1500, and then I'm playing against like 1600 people. It's like, cool. And I don't know, man.
I will say, I don't know, man. I think you should be able to toggle what your elo is, like from 1000s to 1600s or some shit like that. I like that I don't see that shit on cartridge ladder, because when I do see that shit on showdown ladder, it's like addicting. It's like, I know this is very unhealthy to look at, but I'm going to look anyway.
Yeah,
Because it actively makes me worse. Anytime that I get to like a tipping point, or not tipping point, that's not the right word, but like say I'm 1599 or some shit, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude, one more game and I hit my goal of 1600. And if I lose that game, I am going to spend 12 hours for the rest of the night trying to get back up, because I'm going to lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose two, fuck, win two, just one more, lose three, fuck!
Yeah, I feel that.
Getting to 1700 on Sword and Shield, not Sword and Shield, like, Sun and Moon ladder was, like, the best shit ever. It was, like, it was a journey. Because, fun fact, 2018, the best format, like, ever, was when I was doing, like, my last year of high school, and the way I procrastinated was just, I'm gonna fucking ladder, like, insane amounts.
Oh, okay. You know what? I figured it out. Continue. I just had a breakthrough.
And then getting 1700s was fucking Gurdon. It's like I'd go on Pokemon Global Link, and it's like, oh man, I'm fucking top. I've got 2 accounts in the top 10 of Australia ranked.
Yeah, that's
like,
hype. That's
go.
hype.
But yeah, no, that's a. That was banger. I think me and Atrix Michael have come to the same conclusion. The reason why I want Sun and Moon is because I got rose tinted glasses for it, and then you like it with Sword and Shield because you've got rose tinted glasses for it.
Is that what
you were
honestly
thinking?
I don't. That contradicts everything I was about to say. So maybe. I think I have shit tinted glasses for Sun Moon only because of Smogon. Well, actually, not even Sun Moon, because I love Sun Moon. More so beginning of Gen 8 for singles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's less so that, and it's more so like, yes, I don't have shit in my eyes anymore. Let's go.
You're free.
What I was gonna suggest though, Brady, maybe you need to pull an opposite of what I did and switch to VGC. Do you want to play singles later, bro?
Oh no.
I don't know. I feel like I've always just preferred doubles. I don't know.
Like Smogon OU Gen 8 singles, no Dynamax. Because I will say, that shit feels like Sun Moon to me.
Really?
Well, that could also be just because
really
you played
explain
singles
it,
in Sun and Moon.
That is probably, very true.
Well,
Hell, we could put, hey, Sun Moon singles ladder is actually still kind of popping, so if you want to do that too, I'm down for there.
Well, I mean, what I was thinking is like, well, I liked it. I liked Series 10 because it was just like, what if Gen 8 had no Dynamax, and it was fun. It wasn't one of the best formats, but it was fun. Whereas I feel like I'm not having any fun ever in like Dynamax formats.
I think eating the same burger every day of your life will get boring for sure, regardless of what that burger is. And I think you need to try a chicken sandwich, bro. I think that's what I'm.
Are you hungry?
Here. I fucking no, dude. I fucking I love like VGC. VGC is fucking awesome. When there's no Dynamax.
I know, bro. The burger tastes so good. I hear you. It's a really good burger. I agree. But you've eaten too many burgers.
Brother, I think you just need to get some dinner.
Okay, maybe. But you get what I mean, though, by that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I get the metaphor.
I think trying to force the same love that you had for something that just isn't that anymore, or it is just the same thing that and you kind of enjoyed how it changed up a little bit. I think it's just self-destructive.
No. It isn't self-destructive. You know why? Because there was BDSP that happened recently. That shit was girded.
You liked it, yeah.
Girded with a sauce.
Dude, he had a fish. He had a fillet of fish, and he lost his mind.
Stop.
No,
he's right. It was good.
BDSP doubles was fucking, like, girded with the sauce.
With the
busting
sauce.
it down sexual style. With scissor. Just busting it down scissor style.
Scissor style.
No, that shit was fucking girded. I
Yeah, it
love
was
that
fun.
shit.
I don't think VGC is the problem. I think playing the same game is the problem. And it gets stale after a
that's
while.
what
We've
I'm
been
getting
playing this game for what, 3 years now?
This shit is so stale.
It is.
The burger is Gen 8 and it's got mold on it.
It's got moldy cheese. Like
the
Michael
cheese is
said.
moldy.
And every time, oh my god, we came full circle. The cheese is moldy. Holy
That
shit.
sandwich is moldy as fuck and it's sitting on Michael's bin.
Get
It
it out
is.
of there.
It's right here. I can see it right here.
Throw it out.
But
Throw it
yeah.
out.
I don't know, man. I just want to feel something.
Listen, man. Listen,
The
man.
only
I got the
thing that's-
cheese. I got
the
the
on-
cheese.
The only thing that's making me feel shit is Kyogre right now.
that's
and
based.
Potentially like because we have a public enemy number 1 at the moment. Sun with public
Oh.
enemy number 1, Sun with Gastrodon.
Yeah.
So
Red
the
Inteleon
things that
smile.
things that are making me feel something are like Inteleon with
Hell
fucking
yeah.
G-Max Hydro
Yeah.
Snipe.
That's what I'm saying.
Quote, unquote.
I've every time the format gets stale, just start running something silly. Like just
Some weird shit.
when you stop caring about running the optimal thing and winning every single game, and you just decide to have fun with it, and you pop off when your silly strat works. That's the best feeling. I love that.
Start putting chocolate bars on your burgers.
Ugh.
Not even that. It's
Michael
like,
Hard.
it's like when a meta develops and you have like, oh, I have the sauce to beat
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Coming up with the sauce. Back to the sauce episode. The sauce is fun. I enjoy
Deep
the
in the
sauce.
ragu.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna end off this one with a little bit of a thing. It also has to do with Dynamax.
Oh,
The-
your banger?
what's that? Your banger? You got a
Murkiri.
banger?
Murkiri, you have been using Kyogre too much. You like the water type, so we're giving you the motherfucker ultimate. G-Max Lapras. You have entered the G-Max Lapras Saw Trap. Aerbis G-Max Lapras right now.
Oh. I see.
In front of you is a Nintendo
To punish
Switch.
you for your crimes.
there is a Lapras sitting there. You have been intimidated.
This is
Yeah.
Squid Games Game 6. KO'd Lapras with Kyogre.
There is a Lapras
Michael's
there. It
physical
will
Kyogre type.
Gigantamax. A guy who has never played Pokemon before. What the fuck is a Lapras?
Banger
What,
Saw
press
Trap.
The B button?
What does
Yo,
a fake
yo,
out
I
do?
Make up a guy, a person that picks up Pokemon and tries to shoot with L.
But yeah, dude. No, I've been playing against some Laprases on ladder recently, and it's
Okay,
like,
I'm
bro,
gonna-
I don't
I'm
want to. I don't want to play against this shit. How do I beat you? How do I beat you?
Okay, here's like the impromptu one. You know who's weak to, you know who's weak to Lapras, but Lapras is also weak to?
Stack
It's a wild
attack.
guess.
Stack attack.
Stack attack. Yeah, Colossal? No, dude, this episode is already Colossal. We can't go even more. This shit is like 12 hours. We actually have to.
All right, real Patreonados.
Woo!
I love Patreon. I love all of our stack attackers. I hate our
Patreon
Colossals, but I
in
love the
the
stack
morning.
attackers.
Playing only rock. I'm
Only
waking
played
up
rock.
to
Rock,
Exodus.
heavy
And
metal.
more rock.
Plays fucking radioactive.
Body press in the morning.
Kicking a new track to you. It's called Trick Room.
Trick Room by Stack Attacker.
Okay, I need okay, new bit. We gotta get Salt Lake City. We gotta get the finals up and we have to commentate it like we're radio announcers. Please.
And here's a sick new hot track coming to you from Grimsnarl called Reflect.
Reflect. Oh
Got
my
buzz
God.
in there about fucking T-Wave.
Yes.
But yeah,
Fuck your speed stat. Fuck your speed stat.
Our Patreons.
that's fucked up.
I don't have the
You
link.
can't move.
You can't move.
Fucking metal scream. Okay, we've lost our mind.
But yeah, thank you to the Patreons for supporting us and stuff. Thank you to Ken Macker, Macker, sorry, I forget how to pronounce that. Ken Macker, Ryan, Plumber, Professor Germs, and Crazy Carlton for supporting us on Patreon, as well as everybody else who supports us on the Patreon. Greatly appreciated.
You are all awesome.
Your
There's a
your
shitload
money
of you, I
makes
love
the
all of you.
pain from having to do this Gmax Lapras saw trap a little bit less.
Subscribe and like the video now to help alleviate Murkiri's depression caused by Gmax Lapras.
And
But
then
yeah,
comment question of the day. I think I already did one earlier, but it's been like an hour and a half. Comment question of the day. How much moldy cheese have you eaten in your life? Because I cannot be alone, please. I can't be alone.
How many breads have you eaten?
in your life,
A lot. I've
Yuri.
eaten a lot of breads.
I'm a fucking
Okay, well, thank
nerd.
you again
Anyway,
to the
thank you for watching the
Patreons.
Patreon. But yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. I hope you enjoyed this long ass episode. Goodbye.